it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Can Zeke deke again? It's the coach. This is the 2021 season on EA Sports. Coming up.
All right, Coach. The NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and Travis Kelce will be key.
What a tremendous weapon he is, especially in the red zone. Knows how to find the end zone when running his routes.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the gun, here's Brissett. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback. Out of Oregon, it's Marcus Mariota.
Marcus Mariota's skill set can help continue to evolve the position of quarterback in the NFL because his ability to run with the football, you may not utilize it as little as other coaches have in the past. You may emphasize that part of the game a little bit more.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The numbers for Zeke from last week. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. This thrown quickly out to Cooper. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And on this offensive unit, your thoughts on Travis Frederick?
He's a quarterback's best friend. Sets all the line calls and blocks so aggressively.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. We'll look now at our starting defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
This is an area of the game that they definitely have to improve because right now, against the pass, top 10 in the league. But against the run, that's where the struggles have come in. Got to find a way to make sure they stop runners before they get started.
To throw, Mariota. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage. Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Tight down. There you go.
On 2nd and 12, Brissett. It's Hill, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. And that seemed to me to be all about trusting your receiver.
No doubt about it, because when he put that ball in the air, I will guarantee you everyone who's watching this game right now thought that's up for grabs. But this is a lot of practice time. As you mentioned, a ton of trust, and he knows how good his guy is. So to him, it wasn't up for grabs. To him, it was a big play waiting to happen.
Here's Ajayi. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4.
Holding.
And this looks like it's going to be holding. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Brissett now. It's Kelsey on the ground. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's Ryan Quigley now. as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow here on goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mariota, and he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Play fake. Mariota. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Mariota going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And an alley to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change that momentum?
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Ajayi. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. From just shy of midfield, Brissett to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down. On third down, Brissett complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. Dorian O'Daniel, third-round pick in 2018, made the tackle. On second down now, it's Elliott. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved. They get the former 1st overall selection, Eric Fisher. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Here's Brissett. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. Looking to throw again on second down. Mariota firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Elliott. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. On second down, it's Elliott. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. He may try and run for this. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. He's checking. He's checking. He's winning.
A first down carry by Elliott. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On second down, Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. To throw is Mariota. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. Lael Collins of LSU is the guilty party. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Mariota. That one complete to Elliott. And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 4th down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jay Ajayi works his way back onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? The tackle by Robert Quinn. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Brissett, that one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. To throw, Brissett. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now it's Ajayi. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Mariota. And that's Elliott, complete. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Throw left side, complete. It's Schultz. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brissett. He finds Ajayi. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll start over in Tampa, an NFC South matchup between Atlanta and Tampa Bay. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers.
The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it.
A 10-point victory in the end. 24-14, the final.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Push him back. Push him back.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
On 3rd down, Mariota. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That's what I'm talking about. Not 10.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And this has not been their best half so far. They're down double digits already and now forced to operate from inside their own 5.
And what they have to do now is not curse their fate as much as focus.
Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. Mark that one against one of the top left tackles in the league, Tyron Smith. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Mariota to throw it. And got his man complete. It's a gain of 34.
Let's go, boy. Let's go.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now Elliott. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming.
53, Mike. I'm here all day.
Again, it's Elliott. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Offense.
That's Tyron Smith, the all-pro left tackle with a penalty. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Pollard. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. A 20th carry here for Elliott. Only a yard in the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. A bullet throw, but incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the lead extends. It's 15-0. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they've been moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. On 1st and 10, Brissett. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Brissett completes it to Ajayi. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Encroachment, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And problem spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. From the gun, Mariota. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Nifty move. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. 2nd and 5 now. Brissett. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Brissett on 1st down. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. A 1st down throw for Brissett. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Throwing again, Brissett on 2nd and 10. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Offense.
Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
Throwing, Brissett. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. Took till the 2nd half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Brissett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The tight end, Kelsey, was the intended target.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal. Just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals. Just something magical about breaking that barrier.
He's right there on the doorstep now. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They go to Elliott again. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Mariota now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. This is Elliott. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. Cooper's got it. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. From the 29, Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive. 2 for 2. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that's going to open the lead up now to 3 scores at 18-0. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. Brissett to throw on 1st. Drops it off to Ajayi. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The Chiefs on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Into the air once more. It's Brissett. They complete it to Hill. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down. 1st down, Brissett. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey, but it'll be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Brissett. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. It's 3rd and long for Brissett.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Brissett on 4th down. He is going to find Hill here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. This one complete to Lacey. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. It's Kelsey on the grab. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And the Cowboys are able to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Elliott. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. A give to Elliott, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
That's it, baby.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away into 4.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.